The brain not only controls your actions and speech but also stores your memories, which define who you are. Without them, you wouldn't know your past or your future. So, if you scoop out a small part of the brain, will you forget some things? Edward Muybridge is one of the most renowned photographers in history. His pioneering photographic techniques advanced the development of film and influenced generations across various fields. For example, Marcel Duchamp's nude descending a staircase drew inspiration from his stop-motion photography. Even the bullet time effect in The Matrix owes something to his slow-motion sequences centuries later. However, before becoming a photographer, Muybridge was just an obscure bookseller. All his genius acts originated from a car accident that severely damaged his frontal cortex. He unexpectedly developed acquired savant syndrome, where certain abilities far surpass the norm, usually seen in those with severe mental disorders. It's similar to Raymond in the movie Rain Man, who, while having autism, also had savant syndrome. That's why he has an eidetic memory and extraordinary complex calculation abilities. However, if a person experiences left brain damage later in life, the right brain will compensate for the lost functions. Thus, unlocking the brain's potential also carries a certain risk of developing savant syndrome, although this is rare among all intellectual disabilities. Savant syndrome appears in less than 1% of those with developmental disorders or brain injuries. If you remove a small part of the brain, it's highly unlikely that the damage will make you a genius. You're more likely to develop epilepsy if you have a speech block, or if you become irritable. If you have obsessive-compulsive disorder, you can't get out of your head by gouging out a small spoonful of your brain. A complete brain has about 100 billion nerve cells. If we think of neurons as storage units in a solid-state drive, if each neuron held a single memory, your brain would only have a few gigabytes of storage, filling up in just a few hours. But you can recall things from a long time ago because memories aren't stored in the neurons themselves. Instead, they reside in the connections between neurons. Each neuron in the brain connects to about 1,000 other neurons, enabling it to process multiple memories simultaneously. This means the brain's memory capacity grows exponentially, with a total size close to 2.5 petabytes. Put simply, watching TV non-stop for 300 years and remembering it all would nearly max out your brain's capacity. You form memories because when one neuron repeatedly stimulates another neuron, the connection between them becomes stronger and more lasting. This process is called long-term potentiation. It can endure for years, even your entire life. When your senses encounter a specific stimulus, these strongly connected neurons respond quickly, and the memory naturally comes to mind. But a single memory, like your first kiss if you have one, of course, encompasses not only the visual details but also the emotions, learned skills, actions, and sensations. To make retrieval easier, these elements are sorted and stored in various brain regions. So, I can't just remove a small part of your brain and take away an entire beautiful memory, unless I remove a large portion of your brain.